Okay, game 2 is on the home map for Rubenstock. He has picked Persians, and welcome to Inundation. Now, I encourage you guys, if you didn't already see the 3 Castles on the Face YouTube video, to watch the 3 Castles on the Face YouTube video, because it was a game here between Mongols and Britons that was very, very entertaining. But like a few of these maps, you do start with a horse. And the big thing I'll point out right now about the horse is that you need to find sheep, which is why a lot of people pick Britons. A lot of the sheep's on the outer ring. You also do have some boars out there. And in the middle, you've got gold and you've got deer. Ash, good morning. I thought you said gold morning, and I'm not even kidding. My mind was on the gold in the middle. I thought you said gold morning. So, Rubenstock kind of went for some crazy meme play in game number 1. Granted, that is Rubenstock. Rubenstock just happens to be able to reach a very high level while doing things like castle drops and TC drops. That's why we love him. However, he has picked Persians, chat. Persian town centers. I can't believe I have to actually explain this right now. But Persian town centers have double the HP of regular town centers. In the event that there would be a town center here from Rubenstock, and he were to garrison it and shoot down the enemy's TC, he would win that TC war. Now, a very important thing to bring up is that Nomad rules is you cannot play a game if the TCs are within range of each other at the start, okay? That is at the start. So, yeah, Rubenstock could have placed his TC here if he scouted this, but then it would be an admin restart. Obviously, no one wants that. That would be really freaking dumb. You also can't Vil War within the first 3 minutes, things like that. So if Rubenstock wants to do this, he will have to have wood to be able to drop the TC. And to be honest with you guys, I think his scouting is super bad. Like, look, he hasn't scouted, and look at Mo. Mo's approach is insane. He's scouting all the sheep. And so while there's deer, the deer are pretty far away from your town center still. Rubenstock has 1 sheep. And maybe about to be 3, as he'll find these. And he will run out to make a lumber camp. But think about it. If you make a lumber camp, you're down to 150 wood. Then you need more villagers on wood. And he's going now. He's going to freaking douche. I can't believe it. Well, he's about to be housed because he forgot to make a house, which is a really rough start. And I think he's going to try and go for a TC drop on a map where I genuinely don't think it's a great strategy. But it also is, like, really complicated to know what to do if you're Motastic and you get TC drop. Yes, this is Ruben's home map. So he picked Persians, and he picked this map. And he's Rubenstock. Guys, I'm telling you, Rubenstock is not looking good. These 2 villagers aren't working yet. He won't have a ton of sheep. Red's going to have like a dozen sheep come back to his base. And wait a second. Where's Rubenstock going with this Vil? What's happening here? He is scouting around. Okay, he sees the wood line of the enemy. He needs a house, so he might as well place the house here. But you see how you're in this never-ending cycle with your wood? It takes so long to get your wood income if you want to try this. So I think maybe he shouldn't do it. I think it would be a mistake. And now he needs a house, so he's not going to have enough wood for the TC. He's got to place the house. He's placing the house. But he will get there, and he might attempt it, and it might get crazy as you have a villager coming over here from Rubenstock. And that's something Motastic scouted. You can't attack with the horse, but you can escort your sheep. Is what he's doing. And we have a barracks for Rubenstock. Okay, so Rubenstock has had the TC drop in my head. It's probably in Mo's head as well. As Mo has 1,000 food underneath the TC. Rubenstock's got like 100. So Rubenstock's strategy is clearly about finding the wood line. Mo is going where with that Vil? Oh, to make a mill. Ooh. Ooh, I mean, okay, Loom's coming in now, so a Drush wouldn't be all that strong. But still, a few militia could be good. I think Rubenstock's issue now is going to be food, though. I really do. And the reason Mo picked Saracens, I think, guys, is because you're always going to have access to gold. And if you're in feudal age with Saracens, you could just buy all the resources you need. If you watch that 3 castle in the face video, the Mongol player was using the market a lot, as was the Britain player. And I joked and said, Saracens. Pick Saracens for the market. Because you know you're going to have gold. Okay, Mo is paranoid now. I love it. He's paranoid. He thinks there's going to be a TC drop. He doesn't know what that villager's up to. But he really thinks there's going to be a TC drop. And Rubenstock is going to have 3 militia over here. And a horse. And Red, who's on the way to feudal age, could lose some villagers. Rubenstock's whole reputation is built up to this point. Where Red is trying to block any possible TC foundations. And now the militias show up. And now Motastic's like, no! Rubenstock's like, I am going to be annoying, but just not in the way that you expected me to be annoying. So here he comes in with 2 militia. Good job for Mo to wall in the Ville. That said, he will overforge there. We'll see if he notices that. And honestly, Rubenstock should be blocking these Villes. Like, one of these Villes should die. Yeah, focus. Block with the horse. Yeah, that should be a dead Ville. Probably should have been more than that, to be honest. Of course, I have very high standards for these players and dead Ville. And seeing as I have very high standards for high-level players, you need a palisade here, Mo. You need to think about the fact that you're going to forge through that. Meanwhile, Rubenstock doesn't have the food to be able to go up to the next age yet. And he's flirting with the wood to be able to drop a TC. Guys, I think if he... Oh my god, he's shooting down the house. Or he's shooting down the palisade. I don't know if this is intentional. I think he's still going to do it. I'm telling you, these villagers could die. Motastic needs to keep those villas alive. He's now has a market. He's bought some resources. Rubenstock's doing it! Rubenstock's still doing it! He's in Dark Age, and now Mo starts to crap his pants. He's like, what do I do? Which tells me he probably won't think about this. Here come the villagers. Keep in mind, Rubenstock's going to have a decent amount of villagers on his wood line. Red expected it, and I'm going to use a Rubenstock quote from about 2 years ago when I asked him about this. Because people said, ask Rubenstock how to stop it. And Rubenstock said, and I could pull it up on my Discord right now, don't place buildings in palisades. It always makes the defender look like a fool. That's what he said. Now, as expected, Mo, with a big mistake, loses these villagers. The Eco KD right now, or in a second, is about to be 3-0. And Rubenstock's TC will shoot down Mo's TC. There's no doubt in my mind. And Rubenstock has more vills. So what Mo needs right now is he needs wood for archers. But he also needs wood for a TC. And he doesn't have freaking wood. But he does have gold. Oh my god, guys. I just thought of something. Okay, he just sold his stone here. Which is questionable if he needs a new TC. What if he forgets to make a mining camp here? Like, making archers is obviously great. Getting fletching for your archers is also very great. But this could be possible for Rubenstock. As he's just going to mine stone with this villager to get more resources for TCs. And Rubenstock's like, ha! You thought this map was about golds, huh? I've just made this map about wood. This is crazy. Okay, does place the mining camp. Rubenstock will soon have the resources for another TC. And he needs to make a building here or something. That is the perfect spot for Rubenstock. Okay, and he also keeps bringing in villagers to wall in the freaking lumber games. Oh, is Rubenstock actually going to do this? Like, Red full-on expected it, too. We all expected it, and I didn't think it looked good for a bit. Okay, fletching archers. Oh, actually, no fletching yet. Okay, now fletching's coming in. Rubenstock's killing the sheep. He's like, nope, I won't give you the sheep. He's using the vills after the archers. But I think he figures the opponent won't have wood to make archers if he continues to do this. Rubenstock is using villagers and militia against feudal age archers. He's still pumping out vills because he still has an economy, and all of Red's villagers are in the middle doing a little dance-off. This is GG. This is incredible. And now he just Vil fights. The number one thing to do with the TC drop is Vil fight, because they can't create more Vils. So they can micro all they want, and you don't even have to have good micro. But you can produce, and Motastic says 11 professional GG and resigns at 17 pop. What the crap did we just watch? That was both the most beautiful game of the tourney and also the most disgusting game of the tourney at the same time. It's stupid, and it's very divisive. Some people are like, this shouldn't be a strategy. Why haven't the devs removed this strategy? Which is hilarious to me because it took the devs two years to add spec chat, as if they'd pay attention to the douche. But anyways, why haven't the devs nerfed this strategy? Which is true. It's ridiculous, okay? It's not fun to face up against. And clearly when you expect it, the king of TC drops can still do it anyways. But you have to at least appreciate how annoying it is, okay? He killed the sheep, okay? He said, no sheep for you. He walled the lumber camps. He even walled the mill. Anything that he could do to make it less efficient, he did. And he didn't even need the second TC. He could have done it, but he didn't even need the second TC. Red realized that, now with only one archer, that soon his range would be walled in. He has no villagers collecting resources. And that this is pretty much GG. So now Rubenstock ties it up. And now this becomes an interesting series. I honestly feel like both of these games so far are YouTube worthy. In the later stages, we will be uploading the full best of fives when the big names are up against the big names. But I'm trying to decide on who the big name is yet. Like, this was supposed to be a 3-0 for Rubenstock. He's come back with that. Clearly his best civilization. In terms of total resources collected, Red did a lot. But he put 500 food into Feudal Age, and Feudal Age didn't give him much. I think he should have... Like, really what lost Red the game was not inspecting what was going on with that Vil, right? He saw the Vil, and then I don't know where his scout went, actually. But if he spots the Drush, he then just walls in his wood line, and they can keep working. And then I think it's a very different game. And also, this was something he overlooked. But remember, Motastic is a player who's 103rd seed. He doesn't play in a lot of like high-stress early game environments. He plays a lot of Black Force and Nomad. So for that reason, he probably didn't think of that. Holy crap. Okay, anyways. As people are going to have discussions naturally about the Persians, I'm going to give you something else to talk about. And we're going to move on to game number 3.